I do think there's something that's cool that in getting rid of the dumb destroying your life poetry that is like, you don't need to destroy yourself to be interesting. Like you don't have to you can actually have a stable marriage and you can sing super weird and you
Yeah.
don't need to you can remember last night.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with whether your music is good.
Right. It's one of the great fears and one of the great myths, the
Mhm,
Hemingway kind of Hunter S. Thompson, where
totally.
there has to be mental imbalance, there has to be drug and alcohol use, there has to be all of this, violence or some damn
Yeah.
thing. You have to be broken in some way to create this art.
Yeah, and even I think I'm a big Beatles fan, but everybody loves to, and it's just because they're more popular, but everyone loves to be like, this is when they did acid. This is like when you can hear like they started smoking weed on like during these albums, and you can hear that with a lot of 60s music.
Yeah.
And I think there's still like there's like a weird everyone gets so thrilled about like then they did drugs, then they went nuts. Then and
Right.
same with like
Right.
lots of musicians. And this is the for me, it was super influential and like I don't get into drugs and stuff, but just to hear like an artistic opposite story of that it's like this dude
Yeah.
literally became the most vanilla life and his art
Off
went
the
insane.
rails.
It's
Yeah.
so great.
And well, it's such a great fear of any, I mean, I think about Hedberg, Mitch Hedberg,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and how great he could have been if he had sobered up, if he had gotten
Yeah.
clean. And and that's true, but it's the great fear is that you're going to lose this weird artistic edge when in reality, no, it turns out your work ethic goes up quite a bit if you're not hungover all the time, and you can
Yeah.
get some shit done. So,
And if you're not dead, like it bums me out whenever people die and you're just like, yeah, like even Prince and Tom Petty, I don't think people prop since they were already like towards the end of their career,
mhm,
they didn't totally like society, it doesn't seem like totally reckoned with the fact that it's like they died of drug overdoses. Like we should
right,
have 5 more albums from Tom Petty and 5 more albums from Prince, and they weren't 25, so it
nope,
doesn't feel as tragic, but it's like no, they died of drug overdoses and that sucks.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
Prince should be around right now,
yep,
so
yep.
um and
But
and so
so Tom Waits is going to
Tom
die
Waits
in his
is,
bed with his shoes off, surrounded by loved ones. It's going to be great.
yeah, exactly.